Hello and welcome to the December 12th edition of The Pulse, your weekly Redline source for news and sports from all around MHS. Thanks for joining us. I'm Blake Kelly.
And I'm Morgan Kite. Today on The Pulse, find out who in our school has made it into 17 magazine.
Now that winter is coming, there are a few things you may want to take caution about here at MHS.
And we'll take a look at a place just beyond the campus boundaries where students have been going to enrich their skills in music.
Stay tuned. This is
The Pulse.
The MHS school newspaper, also known as The Harbinger, has proven to be newsworthy with its many years of quality journalism and hardworking staff. Cameron Weslowski brings us the story.
Since 1995, The Harbinger has provided the students at MHS with a newspaper written and edited by its very own student staff. Through the years, Harbinger has changed from a tabloid to an 11x17 broad spread to their current editions existing mainly online. It has given the students who participate many valuable experiences and opportunities. Caitlin Maloney is currently experiencing her second year as editor-in-chief and has been a part of Harbinger for 3 years. Along the way, she has established many friendships and emotional ties to this program.
The thing I like most about The Harbinger is the fact that I get to work with a group of people who are just as invested in producing this product as I am.
Thanks to its hardworking student and teacher staff, Harbinger is running smoothly and successfully for the new school year. From The Pulse, this has been Cameron Weslowski reporting. A big thank you to all of the students who participate in The Harbinger for working so hard on bringing MHS these stories.
Since 1995, Summit Studios has been a place where students can work on their musical talents. Many of our very own MHS students have been honing in on their skills at Summit for years. Kendra Garnett gives us an inside look at Summit Studios.
Summit Music Center is located on Main Street here in Manchester. It provides opportunities for students to study music through lessons with teachers who have experienced the music business firsthand. Multiple students from MHS attend Summit, and some have been going since a very young age. Sharon Meek has been taking lessons at Summit for 2 years and values her experience there.
I think every time you walk in, they just ask how you're doing and things like that, and they actually care about you and not just, you don't just walk in and go straight to your lesson and then leave.
Not only do the MHS students learn more themselves from attending, the teachers that work with them also enjoy helping the students realize their potential and further their music knowledge and talent.
When I first started working here, I was just doing private lessons, and now I do bands with middle school and high schoolers who perform all over the state, and it's very rewarding to see what they can accomplish.
Complete with state-of-the-art lesson rooms, a full store of instruments and accessories, a cafe, and lots of musical talent, Summit Studios is a place to be. From The Pulse, this has been Kendra Garnett reporting.
If you are interested in improving your musical talent, visit Summit at 421 Main Street or call 860-645-1502 to schedule lessons.
Shakila Ramsey is one of the many talented students at MHS. However, she took it to the next level by becoming a star in the fashion industry.
Shakila Ramsey is not just an ordinary student at Manchester High School, but is also a model for 17 and Glitter magazine and has been featured on the Steve Madden website. Shakila was signed to the major model agency in 2013 and has fell in love with the job ever since.
It's changed me as a person because before I used to be like really shy, and then like once I'm in front of the camera, it's like nobody else matters, and it's just like a way to express myself, and it's made me more open because you have to be bubbly and stuff to go on interviews and gigs and stuff. You can't just be shy or you won't get picked.
It is clear that Shakila is destined for success and has a bright future ahead of her. From The Pulse, this has been Izzy Harris reporting.
Congratulations to Shakila on her success, and we wish her the best of luck on all her future endeavors.
As a senior, she's already making a name for herself.
It's so cool. MHS really does have some really talented students.
All right, now it's time to spot the slapdash. The objective of Spot the Slapdash is to find this sign that we've put up somewhere around the school. It's your job to find out where the slapdash is located. When you see the tag, tell Mr. Larson where you saw it in an email. His email is b11elars@mpspride.org. This week's prize is a Fan Zone t-shirt courtesy of Mr. Boudelier.
Now, if you're wondering how you will ever find the slapdash in such a big school, don't worry, we've got a clue for you. This week's riddle is, you come here to watch and cheer. Here you see sweat and tears, and on the walls there are many winning years.
Now moving on, have you ever wondered what it would be like to have a house of your own? Greg Lucas brings us to a class that lets you do just that.
In MHS's architecture class, students are able to plan, design, and 3D print their own house. Not only do students learn the architectural process, but they also learn the basics of 3D compositing and printing.
My favorite part of this class would be the fact that you can make any kind of house that you want, and there's a lot of creativity into this house.
I'd like to see how they use the technology to, kind of design spaces and take an assignment. Each one will be a little different, but they all have the same, basic, what I'm asking for. So they'll take that, and it gives them just enough freedom where they can create their ideas.
From The Pulse, this has been Greg Lucas reporting.
Blake, haven't you taken that class?
Yeah, actually I have. Took architecture 1. It was great. I had a blast. I made my own house and everything. Mr. Casey really knows what he's doing. But he suggests that if you or anyone you know has any interest in construction or creating products, that you should check out the class because it could be a great fit.
Now that winter has moved in, head security guard Mark McKinney wants to make sure that everyone stays safe in this security update.
First up on this week's security update, Mark McKinney expresses how necessary it is for MHS students and staff to pick up their trash.
People are still leaving trash in the cafeteria, still leaving trash on the floor. I think we all was brought up to be good citizens. You know how to throw your own trash away.
Next up, play fighting. We all know it's just fun and games until somebody gets hurt.
2, I want to make sure everyone knows that this play fighting stuff that we've been going around has to stop. We're going to treat that as real from now on. So if you get caught play fighting, it's going to be just like it's real.
Lastly, Mark has some positive things to say about students and staff practicing safe driving through the parking lots during this season's dangerous weather.
Because it's winter, they know that the weather precedes being cautious, so we haven't had any problems yet. But we're out there, we're making sure it doesn't happen. So if we have any issues, we deal with it right then and there.
Before we let you go, MHS, quick review. Remember to pick up your trash, no play fighting because it will be taken seriously, and keep driving safely.
Now in the world of sports, Connor Dion and Ariel Ferrando bring us an after-action report from the girls' basketball home opener on Wednesday.
Hello everyone and welcome to this special post-game edition of the Review Booth. I'm Connor Dion.
And I'm Ariel Ferrando. This week we'll be covering the girls' varsity basketball game against Rocky Hill. And what a game it was, Connor.
Yes, it was. I will agree with that, Ariel. Let's get to the game.
And this game started off very close. It was very back and forth between both teams. As we can see here, Manchester has a great play, and we take the lead.
Look at the difficulty of this shot. I mean, takes a layup from the post. Great shot. Unfortunately, Manchester's lead did not last the entire quarter. They missed all of their shots.
Yeah, they made quite a few little mistakes, and Rocky Hill took advantage of that, and they took their lead.
Even though Manchester gave up those points in the third quarter, they were still in it. They still got a lead during the second quarter and still neck and neck.
Yeah, score was very close. They had quite a few chances, but unfortunately in the end they couldn't make it.
Yep.
Well, that's another week of the Review Booth, our first post-game Review Booth, and I thought it went really well. I'm Ariel Ferrando.
And I'm Connor Dion. Right here is the schedule of the games that we will be covering for the remaining part of the year. So that should be only one more game, I'm pretty sure, and then we'll be going into a new year. Are you ready for a new year, Ariel?
Oh, I'm very excited for next year.
New year of Manchester sports. All right, guys, I'm Connor Dion. See you next week.
Well, that is all we have today for the December 12th edition of The Pulse.
Be sure to check out next week for your weekly news and sports updates from all around MHS.
And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at MHS Red Prod to stay up to date on our program. I'm Morgan Kite.
And I'm Blake Kelly. Have a great weekend, Manchester.